my gosh, it actually fucking works. XSplit was killing me. I really could not use that thing any longer. Sorry, guys. That thing is really, really hard to use. I'm not even lying. Comcast is coming to my house tomorrow, so we will see what they say. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Remember when cable? Yeah. People were like stealing cable or electricity and then they got like, they went to like federal prison or whatever. So yeah, I don't really want to fuck around with that. Don't really want to be liable in that, you know. So, well, that's because you guys have like real life connections. You know, I don't have connections like that, and if I was to do something like that, it would end very badly for me. So, for my own safety and my own decisions, or whatever you want to call them, probably is just probably not the best idea. Anyways, I don't know how this works. I don't know. But well, it runs. I don't know why it's telling me the health is orange. I don't know that much about streaming. So I don't know how to fix it. That's on you guys, but thank you. Does it matter? The secret number. I have pants on. Oh, I need to fix that. Um, you. No, cause if there's two things on the same one, then it doesn't work. But if there's, I don't remember, man. I brought my glasses. My glasses are on. Thank you. For some reason, every time I connect it to that, it doesn't fucking work. There's something about Vizio cuts in and out. Huawei. Hey, is it possible to have like a controller that's pretty much like a screen? What does that mean? Like your controller is literally a screen of your phone, you know? So then I can just like click, you know? That should be pretty awesome. Then oh shit, I gotta choose my champion. Um, well technically it wouldn't really. Oh my gosh, hold on, give me 1 second. Technically it wouldn't really be like another thing because technically it should be connected by Bluetooth. I mean, economically speaking, we probably should. But personally, my idea, I would say no. And if you don't use it, it would just be connected based on exactly Bluetooth. But even if it's app, not all apps run on data. So like, well, I'm talking about a controller that has a screen that is a Spotify screen. That's why I said economically speaking, yes, it would probably be a good idea. But personal choice wise, I don't really think it matters. That's why I kind of miss being here. I'm just like Jesus. Um. Okay, so one of the things I love doing is I will show you guys. So there's two things, okay, that I love to troll people with. It is here. I'll write it out because it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. Why did I play Morgana? Because fucking misfortune. But gonna pop up in the middle of my typing and I'm gonna be annoyed. Okay, so there's two things I like to say. Match on a blunt, not match a blunt. And talking about money versus talking about how to make money. So these two things people always get confused. When you match on a blunt, that means you share one blunt, right? But if you match a blunt, that means you're matching a whole entire blunt with another whole entire blunt, right? And people get really confused because I'm like, I don't like to talk about money. I like to talk about how to make money. And they are two very, 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 very different things. You know what I mean? You can talk about money all you want, like all day, every day, but whether or not you actually know how to make money, that's a different situation. So yeah, I love talking about how to make money. I just don't like to talk about money. And I don't like to match on one blunt. I like to match one blunt with another blunt. No, that's why a lot of people kept saying I was a drug dealer. Because I don't know how to get rid of this taskbar. Oh. I think I gotta restart my computer again. Alright! Anyways, it's okay. It's good. It's good enough. We'll work around it. But, question? Oh, because I didn't. I wanted to skip. I couldn't. Thank God. I really like OBS. Why? Because it's very simple and there's not a lot of extra things on the side. Isn't it open source? Open source broadcasting project. Isn't that what OBS stands for? Anyways. I could be wrong, you know. How do I switch these two toolbars? Do I need that side? No, right? It's okay, guys. It's okay. You know, I feel like it isn't really a normal game unless I have at least 1,000 pings. Oh man, thank you guys. Yeah, I know, right? Ugh, the face when you're not an e-girl. Life, man, life. Comcast is coming tomorrow, so we will see. But regardless if Comcast is coming or not, like I would still have to send in the reports. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't send in any reports, then like I can't really. Well, it's not snitching if I'm not part of that group, right? Okay, so the whole concept of snitching only works if you are part of that situation, right? If I do not sell cocaine, how do I even snitch? Like I don't even understand how I can snitch if I'm not doing cocaine with you. You know what I mean? Like how that's not just me being like snitching, that's just me being like what the fuck? Why am I involved in cocaine shit when I'm not doing anything? You know what I mean? Like well, not everybody wants to be involved in cocaine business, right? So forcing me to sell cocaine is definitely a moral and ethical dilemma. I've noticed sometimes people like this, if you stop moving, they will take advantage of the fact that you're not moving and then try to hack you that way. So you actually am even more lagged out than like if you just I don't know how to explain it. Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry, it's an H. Sorry, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. Shitty walk? Should I tank or should I wait? What would you like, Diana? I don't really have enough gold to be fucking around yet. So we shall decide later. Go with damage. She screams too much. It's actually not that bad if you really think about it, because it doesn't go in and out, so it doesn't actually bother you at all. It just like stays there. So like honestly, it's really not even that bad. See why my screen just stops working? I still reply people seriously. Like that has never stopped. Why? Why not? I don't understand why you guys gotta be so like, you know? I kind of had a feeling they were there. Fucking go in by herself. What a savage. Raya finally decided that maybe that was not the best idea. Oh my god! If I actually did that with like good pings, oh, dude, that would have been so fucking. Oh, are these people like really iron? Because they kind of play like it. Like this is pretty bad. Clearly. Oh man. Well, hello, 2000 pings. How have you been doing? Yeah, I don't think Riot likes the whole idea of full AP tank Morgana. I'm pretty sure they think that that is a little bit too broken. I thought it was a fucking great idea, you know? But hey. Well, technically, if you really, really think about it, the AP runes technically gives you like unlimited AP without, I mean, unlimited mana without ever really building any mana. So, I mean, just kidding. What? What happened to the walls? I like the walls. this bitch doing? I can't help you. Literally cannot help you. You know, technically, hypothetically speaking, what do you? All these items are useless. What is this? I'm gonna go solitary, guys. No! What did I do? I fucking pressed this because this is usually where my wards are. I gotta move this. So, anyways. You mean like in America or in another country where I will not go to federal prison and become a criminal for the rest of my life? I don't play like that. Maybe they're not in America? Yeah, I'm still gonna report you though. Why? I mean, I cannot really hire a coach unless I have security knowing that you will never be able to talk, right? It's not really blackmail when you're fucking hacking the shit out of my computer, right? Hiring a coach and what that coach does is not really in my control, right? Do I want Baron? I don't ever go for Baron. So you're really asking the wrong person. Did you guys see that? You see how they cannot ever catch me unless they hack me? So just imagine me actually hacking, you know? Can you imagine the amount of FBI calls they would call? So I'm kind of getting on the good side. See, okay, here. If you guys are genuinely this good without hacking or without an education, then continue following the rules. And for the people that have decided to go on the dark side, you know, then just work with them. Help them with what they need, right? You get it? Have we been playing 4 people this whole time? Honestly, I'm so used to these games that sometimes, like, I don't even, like, notice that we don't have people. I don't care. Like, that's all you guys, you know? Like, that's kind of why I was saying it's blackmailing, it's kind of extortion, and it's all sorts of stuff like that. Because I know a lot of you guys, like, if you guys weren't threatened or, like, if you guys weren't whatever, then technically you guys would have never done it. And in the case of the FBI and, like, how they classified organized crime, oh, yeah, I've never actually. Here. Need to find Firefox. You. So, if you look at the FBI files, there's racketeering, mafia, something along those lines. I think witness intimidation or something. Anyways, most of the time the FBI will not charge organized crime unless it has something to do with trying to influence the victim's decisions, or like when you're threatening the victim in some way, or like how do I say this, like in terms of what Jensen did, Jensen would automatically be at fault because he is somehow threatening other people, you know what I mean? But then I'm kind of like, well, do you see this shit? Like, I don't think he's the only one. And even if Jensen is the only one, why is he the only one that got a permanent ban? And how are these people not permanently banned? You know what I mean? Like, you cannot just arrest one person and then the rest of everybody else is just not arrested, you know? And I think that is mostly what the black people and the Mexican people are talking about, because they're kind of like, well, you know, you're kind of doing the same thing, right? So that's kind of why every single time something like this happens, I report them, because I always say, like, okay, so Jensen got banned, Jensen got fined, Jensen got all this shit, but yet every single one of you is free. And you are not banned, and you are not fined. So, I mean, as a person who also lives a normal life, talking to normal people who are not all gamers, I can kind of, you know, connect a few dots with a few people and be like, yeah, you know, people in video games do this too, you know, so you're not really the only person that's having this problem. And I pretty much just share the information and I share it with everybody, and now pretty much everybody fucking knows. And it's too bad because my imaginary friends are not really imaginary. So, that's kind of why the whole thing kept blowing up, because I kept telling my friends and I kept telling everybody, I'm like, yeah, you know, like, you see all this racism in real life, like, yeah, you know, this elitism, this systematic oppression, like, it does happen to everybody. And, you know, maybe people just started talking a little bit. Well, I'm pretty much saying like it's not really my fault that I cannot respect the laws. Cause you know how the whole like summoners code and the terms of use pretty much says like if you do not help your team, you're fucking it up pretty much. So I'm like, well, it's not really my fault if I have really high pings and the rules tell me to help when I can literally not help. Like that's not really my problem at that point, right? No, that's kind of what a lot of people in real life are saying. They're like, well, if you're going to make sure that I never get a salary job, then, like, technically, aren't you at fault when I become a criminal? Like, why am I going to jail for something you fucking did? You know what I mean? And then there's another part where it's like, well, if you make sure that I will never become a college graduate, or even if I get a college graduate, like, job, and you make sure that I never get another job, does that kind of make sense? A lot of people of color have been saying this. They're like, just because I'm black or Hispanic, you make sure that I never get a managerial job just because of the color of my skin. So even if I get a college education, even if I get any of that, you guys pretty much make sure that I will never go anywhere, right? Because the whole AOC thing, you guys are kind of Muslim women. You see the problem here. Anyways, well, it kind of doesn't make any sense when there's only one black person saying one thing, and then you guys kind of force that one black person to agree with you, even though that black person is saying that they don't agree with you. Then that's kind of the whole part and the whole point of everybody protesting, like the prison system, because it's kind of like, well, if it is technically, thank you, majority rules, then hypothetically, like, you would not be in power. So that's why everybody says the system is rigged. And thank you, I try to connect that into esports because a lot of people in esports have boycotted to the point where the company had to sell ownership. And if you really say, you know, you respect your customers, then technically the whole prison protest and esports are technically pretty much the same fucking thing, right? So, what was that again? How I don't know anything about real life and I'm very disconnected from reality? I mean, there's a reason why the Philippine president called Obama the son of whore, right? I mean, with all your customer service calls, right, and the people that you work with that are kind of Filipino, right? I mean, can you really blame him? Probably not, right? He's probably the only person that knows how to handle this situation. Thank you, right? So, I mean, in that type of situation, would you really think that thank you that the Filipino president is being too harsh? Because you guys do find it fucking irritating, right? So, I mean, if you don't know what to do, then maybe you kind of have to respect the people that do know what to do, right? Just food for thought. Why do I eat so much? Because I fucking move so much. It's not universal. It's like this and that and like light ice and not light ice. Nobody fucking tells me shit and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Questionable. Very questionable how your drink might. Sorry guys. I'm not even gonna lie. What a sale, guys. What a sale. 350 off. Not even shit. How come I don't get fat? Because I move a lot. Oh yeah, I was gonna restart my fuck this. I would like to decline, please. I would like to politely decline this invitation. Thank you. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta restart my computer.